Go ahead.
Selfie.
Facebook is a fucking asshole. Fuck you and your fucking friends. Thumbs up for your whiny problems. My clothes fly over your head. You train wreck. Fuck you. You suck. Eat shit.
All right. Welcome back to the M25 Show. My name's Albert.
My name is Eddie.
And I'm Steve. And here we are again. Happy as could fucking be.
Three happy clams.
Three happy clams. Hey, is it true that you believe does panoche taste like clam? I hate to go bilingual here because I really don't know Spanish, but the only Spanish word I know is pinoche.
Pinoche.
I don't know what panocha you're getting.
Well, clams. It's Eddie. I would say a little bit, right? It's got a little bit of that clam feel to it.
A little bit.
I hate to start the show off with clam and pootie tang and all that stuff, but
Sure you do.
Clam chowder.
yeah. Well, I hope it don't taste like clam chowder. If so, there's a problem.
I hope it
And
doesn't look like it.
And if the texture's like clam chowder, I don't know. There might be some kind of infection there.
You might not want to get the taste.
Not what you want.
No. But anyway, welcome to the show. It's been an interesting week for me, guys. It's very, very. I'm usually pretty cool at keeping things in and stuff like that, but
Well, that's
I've
not
had
good. 'Cause I think you're holding it in too much.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah,
You
instigator, Alberto.
You
Instigation.
gotta let it out in doses.
I'm just I can't get over how people are so stupid. Straight up stupid. And I don't like to use that word, but some people are just stupid.
Yes, there's stupid people in the world.
Just straight up fucking immature. Immature, stupid. I don't know. Is there any other word to describe that?
I take it you're having a bad week, huh?
High school type
High school type.
bullshit. I mean, I don't know. I thought when you get to a certain age, isn't it supposed to be over?
For some people. For some people it is, and some people want to live in the past.
Well, you see, Eddie, I'm not one to live in the past. I'm a future kind of guy, Eddie.
So
I like futurism. You know what I'm saying?
Futurism.
I like to drink Coke Zero. I like pussy, and I like future. That's all.
Coke Zero.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with those three.
Nothing wrong with that. I like to drink beer and
Yeah, and what else do you like,
pussy.
Eddie?
I like pussy too.
Okay, there you go. I'm glad you're coming out of your shell, Eddie.
Apparently, Eddie can. He likes all that, but he can't keep his cables in line.
His cables.
Oh.
What are you talking about? His,
Oh, you know what? I had to.
Eddie, what are you doing over there? That's just now.
It looks like we got Eddie off guard. He was just trying to.
It looks like he fell. It's like he fell down and just grabbed everything and just wrapped everything around his mic stand.
I had to.
His
I
mic
had to. I should have cleaned it up before I came on. But
Yes, you should have, Eddie, because you don't know what kind of day I'm having, do you?
no, I don't.
I like to apologize. Our guest is in the waiting room, and he could probably hear everything that's going on. Nobody could see him right now, but I apologize to you because I've had a rough week again. Thanks to some immature friends of Alberto.
Always my friends. Always my friends. Yeah, that text you sent me, man, that pissed me off. All those
Pissed you off? I was living it. What are you talking about? Pissed you off? You had stress. You had stress. I was in that jungle. God damn.
Yeah,
Anyway, we're here to have fun.
I used to live in that jungle. Okay, I know how you feel. What do you think?
Well, I think this jungle was a little bit bigger than usual.
Just sing that song. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. That was a time I could have
Steve plays that on his headphones the whole night.
that was a time I could have used some of I needed some panties. Some dirty panties. That's what I needed from a hot model.
You can get it from the other person. You know, get that tarp.
No, that's Will's. No thanks.
Oh, we'll get those that tarp.
Yeah, Will could have that mess.
Man, you can use it as a sleeping bag. You know, take a nap.
Yeah, speaking of models, let me see. We have a past guest that may want to sit in, so I'm just going to send the link. If she shows up, she shows up. So I was thinking about panties right now, and
What was that? That was the sound.
yeah, that was the panty sound. Dirty panty. It's a little. Sounds like the ring. Yeah, it sounds like the ring charm.
This is the ring.
But anyway, we're here to have fun, and but you know, hey, we all have bad days and bad weeks. But God, people, you just gotta be human.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be human. You know, like our guest photographer. That's what he does. Takes pictures of beautiful women. That's it. No complaints.
You
What a
wish you had
job,
that
huh?
life, huh?
Wish I had that job.
What a
Come
job, huh?
Well, I like this job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
sure
I'd
you'd
like to
rather
be a
shoot-
photographer.
You'd
I
rather
like to
be
collect the
shooting-
photos.
rather be
Eddie, I like to
shooting
collect
models.
them. Well, I figured I'd rather have Scott Church shoot the photos,
Mhm.
and then I go and I take them and put them
You
in my
print 'em.
folder
You print them out,
and print them out, and then
keep, keep an extra copy for yourself.
keep an extra copy for myself. Eddie, I'm glad you could giggle at me. Same with
Maybe
you,
you should-
Alberto.
Well, you're kind of too late. I mean, back in the days, you could have run a Photoshop.
I thought you were going to say I could have run a train.
No,
They still do that these days, Eddie? Do they still pull trains?
I think so. Oh yeah, they do.
damn, they do. What are you talking about?
Is anything in the right train? Because
I'm talking about when you pull a train on a sexual train,
Oh,
not a caboose train with the with the carts and all that.
well, I was gonna say,
Eddie was thinking about Amtrak.
That's
One of my
Eddie holding the Bible again.
one of my coworkers said she got 2 trains the other day, so I was thinking that's what I was thinking.
You had a coworker tell you she had a train pulled on her.
She got stuck in traffic 2 trains.
Oh boy, you sure? You sure you didn't misunderstand that conversation?
Yeah, that's what she told me.
Oh boy, let me see here. Well, we're gonna get to our guest. Let me see if I got anything to lead us in here. Nope. I wonder if our guest. Well, no, I'm not gonna put him on the spot. Let's just get him out here and introduce Mr. Scott Church, photographer. I actually got referred to him by one of our past guests, Eddie, Danielle Diamond.
Hmm.
She was actually talking about underwear. She actually pulled her underwear off during the show.
What?
Eddie, you didn't remember that? When she was
Um,
sitting there and, how I started talking about underwears and how I like them, and she actually
Mm-hmm.
pulled them off her body right
Eddie
there
was-
and there. She had a little skirt on and she pulled them off. I wish she would have sent them to me. Then I would have really been in heaven, but I guess you can't have everything.
Did I miss that show?
Maybe.
Well, unless you like dudes.
No, I'm saying maybe I missed that show because I don't think I remember it.
Alberto, was he here?
I don't even remember the show.
Oh my gosh. Well, I do.
Or I
think
do
I
my
rem-
things when
I'm going to go back to the archives and I'm going to replay it.
I would have remembered that.
make a clip and play it.
I'm going to
next
make
show.
a clip and I'm going to post it because it's one of our all-time favorites.
Well,
and
Eddie
speaking
won't
of-
see it. Yes, show it next show so Eddie can
Yeah,
see
you
it.
know what? I'm not even going to show Eddie. If you can't remember something as beautiful as that, then you don't deserve to see it.
I probably missed the show because
Hey,
I
look
would
at
remember. I would
Danielle is watching right now. She's in the chat room. And how dare you say you don't remember her doing something so beautiful like that? Nothing to say, huh?
I don't remember. I
Okay.
I think I wasn't on
So-
the show.
That's always Eddie's answer. I think I was gone. Speaking
Eddie
of
was,
gone, Alyssa
Eddie was
is gone
stealing
this week.
carpet.
She said she'll do it again. So
Yeah, but if she's going to do it again, I'm going to make sure you're not on the show, Eddie. Okay, let's get to our guest.
It's gonna be a private show for Steve.
It's a private show. Let's bring our guest, Mr. Scott Church.
Hands only, huh?
Hey,
Hello, Scott. How you doing?
maybe I'm doing great. Hi, everybody. It's really nice to see everybody.
Good
I've
morning.
been listening in to all of your conversation this entire time because you've had me, you know, waiting in the waiting room. And hi,
Yeah.
Danielle. Nice to see you're listening and hearing all this wonderful stuff that they're saying about you.
Yes, it was a great show, Scott. I mean, it
No,
was
no, 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 no. She highly recommended me coming to do your show. She raved about you guys, and she raved about all of you guys. I can't understand why one of you doesn't remember it, but she remembers it very well.
exactly. See, I like Scott already.
Yeah,
I
he's,
like Scott already. Scott wasn't even watching the show and he remembers.
Oh yeah, no, it
Eddie
was important.
Eddie is actually on the show and he don't remember.
must have been a day I missed.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
Those
don't know.
drugs are pretty terrible these days, aren't they, Eddie? I
Yeah.
understand.
I told him to lay off that dust. I told him, but he's
He
just having a
just
good
can't. He
time.
can't pay attention.
Anyway, we have Eddie and Alberto here, and I'm Steve. Our other
How you
co-host,
doing,
Alyssa.
everybody?
Alyssa
Good.
is off this week, so hopefully, if you come on in the future, you'll get to meet her. But you have us three, which is enough
Great,
to handle.
beautiful. What do you want to know? Ask away.
All right.
I'm
First of
sure
all,
you've done hours and hours and hours of research, so you have a long list of
Oh.
interview questions just ready to go. Right,
Of
Eddie?
course.
You're set.
Right.
here we go. Let me see. First of all, I gotta ask, what is this table you're sitting? What is this? This table?
Oh, it's my workbench. I figured it was easiest to set up. Danielle told me I was supposed to put some of my work in the background, so I
Okay.
set everything up and put work in the background. And this is my workbench. And normally I'd be just as covered in paint and lacquer and sawdust as my workbench is, but I got all cleaned up for you guys because I figured this was a classy show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a very classy show. It's very
Right.
classy, Scott.
No, I love that, and I'm happy to be here. I was a little concerned. You never know what you're going to get with radio interviews. You never know the audience that you're speaking to, and you never know where your hosts are going to go. And it seems like I'm going to fit in here, right here, real nice. So I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Definitely.
Cool.
Okay, so do you do some painting? That looks like a painting desk. Is that what that is?
As far as my paintings go, I'm a really good photographer.
Okay, all right.
I like to paint. It's therapeutic for me, but it's not something that I don't make money at it. Let's put it that way.
So it's something you do that is you enjoy doing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Pretty much?
I think that the creation of art is essential for human expression. I think that even if you're not good at something, you should still try to do it. And the more that you do something, the more you get better at it. You know. And I've been painting for 30 years, and I'm waiting for that get better moment with my painting, like it happened with my photography. And I'm going to be patient with that. Someday it'll happen, and I'll finally know what I'm doing.
So is it a
Like a hobby.
a relaxing thing? You know how people step away from their job to do something relaxing on the side
Oh,
to
totally.
get
Totally.
So it's kind of like a doctor. You ever heard these surgeons that they do surgery and that it could be even brain surgeons, but when they're off work, they like tend to their plants and they do nursery stuff. Just that's there to get away from
To get away from the grind the grind of
from that job. It's just something that
tending plants, especially anytime that you're maintaining life in something, keeping something going or alive, that fits right into what doctors are supposed to be doing for us every day, right? So that completely makes sense.
So kind of what you're doing too, you're a photographer, but yet you're making art. It kind of blends in the same way.
I think so. I mean, look, in my opinion, silly me, I've always seen photography as art to begin with. I got into photography to be an artist, and I've always kind of focused that way, even when I was doing things that some people might not consider art. I don't know how much you preface this morning, but I've done a lot of things in my career, and I've accomplished a lot of goals, but all of it in the back of my head is still being an artist and still wanting to create something beautiful, no matter what that ended up being.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before I put Eddie up here, I gotta ask: do you are you and Danielle? Are you like close by? Kind of, I could say like when she gets she wants photos done or a photo shoot. Are you guys within each other, or are you guys
Are
far
you
apart?
guys within each other? Did he really just ask me that on the air? I'm pretty
Yes,
sure he
with it.
did. No, not currently. She's in another state.
Oh, I think he thought I said inside.
Danielle and I have been very close friends. God, 8 7 8 years for a while now.
Okay.
And I've done a lot of pictures for her over the years. I recently traveled all the way to her in Wisconsin
Okay.
to shoot her and some of her friends. And you know, we're road warriors together. You know, we end up in the same place at the same time, and we're real happy to see each other. And I'm happy to say that that's been happening a lot more often these days.
Very cool.
Good,
Very
good.
cool. Let me bring Eddie up here because Eddie would like to ask you a question. Eddie, you got a question
Sure.
for
Hi,
Mr.
Eddie.
Scott Church?
Good. How are you doing? If you could shoot any model, who would it be and why?
Well, I'll tell you what. See, that's one of those questions. Like a lot of times people want to ask me, you know, what's my favorite photograph that I've ever done? And it's a very similar sort of question. And my answer to that question has always been the next one.
Oh, okay.
The next one that I get to shoot is always the most important one, because that's the next opportunity to
create art.
it's the next opportunity to be great. And every opportunity that I've ever got, whether it was a celebrity or a centerfold or just a regular, you know, client hiring me to take their portraits, they've always been incredibly important to me, and it's always been my job to try to make them real happy. Now, to answer your question directly, Stephanie Seymour in 1991, because damn. Stephanie Seymour was the girl from the Guns N' Roses video where she gets married to Axl Rose, and she's walking down the aisle in that long train wedding dress that cuts just, you know, upper to
Yep.
thigh, you know, so her legs are Stephanie Seymour, 1991. Goddamn right. That's I can curse on here, right? Is that okay?
You sure
Yes,
can.
yes.
You didn't give me well, fuck. All right, now
There you go.
I just watched the Carlin documentary, the new one that's on HBO, and he was absolutely incredible. If there was a celebrity that I would still love to meet, it would probably be George Carlin.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a year before he died.
Funny guy.
Yeah,
George
incredibly
Carlin.
funny guy.
Very, very cool. That was well said. That was a good answer.
How did you get started?
Because
Scott?
I'm just high and it just rattled right off my brain.
No,
so
no,
I'm glad
I
it
think-
came out clear.
I think
did you-
Eddie's
how did you get-
question was a bit silly, but I think your
no,
answer was awesome.
It's a good question, because you know I have had the opportunity in my life to work with some incredible people. I mean you know, not just the names that you might recognize, but a lot of just really amazing, wonderful, insightful, intelligent private clients that aren't public about their work, whose pictures you'll probably never see because they only made them to hang on the wall in their house. And I'm real lucky to have had a lot of those people in my life over my entire career. And that's really why I started doing this, besides to meet girls.
There we go, Eddie. There you go. You can peg your tail on that one.
How did you get started, Scott? Is this
Professionally,
was it a hobby?
Professionally, I started out as a photographer for the Navy. I was in the Navy during the first Gulf War, way back in 1990s when I got started in the Navy, and I did a few years in the Navy. I actually lived in Southern California, in San Diego, while I was in the Navy. And then after the Navy, I worked for a few different places, but you know, always with the goal of opening my own place and working for myself. And that happened in pretty short order, and I've done it ever since then.
Oh, cool.
I've never had a job that wasn't photography related, unless you count, you know, like 6 weeks at Pizza Hut when I was 16, where I think we ate more pizza than we sold, but I don't need to include that on my resume anymore.
Oh my gosh, that is cool. Hey, I had a question before I forget. There was this photo that I posted of this. It was a shot of a girl laying on the edge of a bed taking her underwear off.
Yeah.
Now I'm a panty connoisseur. Now I
Okay.
just would like to little.
I don't have them. Sorry, she kept them after the shoot.
Okay, well
I
then
don't keep souvenirs.
my question is done then. Eddie, you're up.
No. Hit me.
No,
What's your question?
I was very interested in this person because you couldn't see who she was, but the photo to me, because that is something that gets me going,
Oh
was
yeah, no, I
very
get it.
powerful. It was a powerful picture for me for being in that. I like girls underwear, and I really dug it. I'm complimenting
See
you on it.
what you really dug about it was you saw yourself in my place peeking around that corner at that girl on the bed, and even though you couldn't see her face, there was still this action to it. There was still a whole story behind it, right?
Yeah, I was
All
kind
right.
of building my own story, but who knows?
Exactly.
It could have went
And
anywhere.
that's the point of a really good photograph. If a really good photograph knocks you on your ass, you're putting yourself into it, right? Because the real story of that was it was an incredibly windy day in New York City, and we were at the Standard, which was this huge all glass, skyrise hotel, and people stand on the street and watch the windows of the Standard because couples are always fucking in the windows, because if you're going to fuck in the room, you might as well fuck at the windows so everybody can see, because everybody's watching you anyway. They can see through that glass. It works. So anyway, I'm over in the back corner, shoved up against the bathroom, because these rooms are incredibly tiny. All right, because it's New York City and they're really small. So I'm all the way back against the bathroom door, trying to get any sort of shot or see anything right. And she's on the bed, and she takes her panties off, and I shoot it around the corner, and there it is. And that's and then later I had drinks with her and drove all the way back to Pennsylvania. And that was the full extent of the day. I got paid to do my job, but you saw an entire world in that shot.
Yeah, I made a whole movie. I made a whole movie about it.
Exactly. It's a Scorsese tracking shot for you in your head. But for me, this is my job and this is what I do. And even if I look at photos later and say, damn, that was great, the only thing I remember about the situation is exactly what happened that day. So while you relate your story to it, my story is always going to be, oh, that was a shit drive, and this was wrong, and this was wrong, and we forgot this light, didn't bring this thing, so my running storyline of all of my work is different than my viewers, and I like to think that I make my pictures so my viewers can make those stories.
Okay, one more question for the underwear thing. Was that was that the spur of the moment thing that she did, or was it
No,
planned?
I told her to do it, and then she did it.
Oh, okay.
No.
Hey,
Does that make it better?
Yes.
Or worse? So if it was spur of the moment, would it be more exciting, or if if I actually staged it and she did, and it worked perfectly? I don't know what.
Honestly, no. I like it either way. They were coming off,
I think
so
it's
I
a
liked
good
it.
story either way, right? I think it works for everybody, no matter what.
Eddie, do you want to read the comment that's is directed for Scott? Can you
Says
see it?
Yes, it's from Nicholas Anthony Genetto, and it says, "I love you and miss you, Scott Church. You are looking great, and your energy and dialogue is on point. Much love, brother. Keep being great. You are a force."
Absolutely outstanding. Howdy. Nice to see you. I
all
always
right.
worry with live comments on the airs. I got a lot of ex-girlfriends.
Well, if they come, you could watch this later.
No, I'm kidding. I have nothing but wonderful relationships in my life, I swear.
Oh,
Everything.
never a bad
good.
relationship. That's what I like about this guy. We finally met one person that's never had a bad relationship, Eddie.
Yep, I'm the guy.
You're the
You
dude.
found him.
That's right. Taking the shots of the panties. How could he?
I'll tell you what. Look, my job, it doesn't matter what side of the cam you're on. My job is tough on relationships. My job, in a lot of cases, is a relationship killer. It models. What's the internet tagline? Everyone wants to date a model until she's your girlfriend, and then you don't want to.
I get you.
and it works the same way for a photographer, especially a photographer that has done what I've done, over the years forever. It's hard for me to be in a relationship because of what I do every day. And that's why when I find special people in my life, special people like Danielle, who are industry people, and we understand each other, we get along, she knows, it's nice. It's a real nice thing.
That's a good point, Eddie.
That's good.
That's tough. Imagine if your girlfriend decides, hey, Eddie, I want to do some shoots. I want to be a model, and she
Mhm.
goes to a male photographer who does that, and she wants to be stripped down, maybe just to underwear, or who knows, maybe
Mhm.
even naked. Who knows? And you really have to be a strong husband or boyfriend to be a part of that.
Oh
You
yeah,
could always say, oh
yeah.
yes, that's what she wants to do, but you actually have to be in that situation
I get it. I get
to
it. It's
actually answer it, because you could be the guy on the peanut gallery going, oh
mhm.
yeah, go ahead, but once she does it, I'm sure it's a
Yeah,
whole different feeling, right,
a whole
Scott?
different ball game.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. That's my job. That's what I do. I mean, especially now, since I've gotten away from working for the magazines and stuff, my job is working with private clients. My job is in most cases, in a lot of cases, traveling to private clients, going and being dropped into their world. These people, I mean, I've shopped for Playboy, Penthouse, and Hustler.
Oh wow.
Nice.
To have someone who's worked for all three, not worked for, been a contributing photographer for all three of the major, magazines, adult magazines, I'm like the heart surgeon that they fly in, at the last second to save the president.
Mhm.
I'm like that guy, where people hire me for exactly what I do,
Yeah.
and in a lot of cases, I'm walking into their worlds. I'm walking into their lives, and while they're excited, there's still a whole lot of nerves and a whole lot of, this is a crazy job, and it's a really silly job sometimes, because I'm taking pictures of people in their underwear. In a
Mhm.
lot of cases for the first time, and me and my hair and makeup people, I mean, they're amazing. I have a great staff. It's a very, it's not two people alone in a bedroom. You know what I mean? It's a
Yeah.
production. There's a
Mhm.
whole lot that goes into making the people in my photographs look like the people in my photographs, because I work
Mhm.
with just regular people, and it's my job to make everyone feel like that superstar, make everyone feel like, they're that special model for the day, that they're Stephanie Seymour for, the 8 or 9 hours that they spend with us,
Mhm.
doing pictures. And then when there's an opportunity to have someone's partner there with them, I always make it happen. I always want it to happen. In a lot of cases, I put a husband to work. Here, hold this, move this, take this over there to Ashley. They're present, and it's a very comfortable thing. We're there working and doing a job. But in these people's eyes, we're the pros from Dover, here to crack this kid's chest open and get on the golf course by 3.
Mhm.
We're these like big pro, entities that they want us to be great, and it's so much more fun if we're just having a really good time with everybody.
Hey,
If it's comfortable, and nobody's excluded, there are no secrets to anything. It's you have us here, and we become a part of your world and are really taking portraits of you. Man, it's such an enjoyable thing.
I can
For
imagine.
all of the years that I spent working for other people, working for other magazines, working for this project or that project, what I always wanted to do is what I'm doing right now. What I always wanted to do is to get paid to go places and make art with people. And
that's
it's
awesome.
been like, everybody talks about the new normal post COVID, but I'll tell you what, man, post COVID, my job has, completely shifted into this really comfortable, wonderful, like, place without the pressure that I used to deal with a lot of what I do, and
Mhm.
it's been really nice, and it's
Cool.
getting really nice, and I'm enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to getting older and still being able to do what I do, and having all of this experience and all of these things that I've done on my resume, it only makes things more, well, it only makes things more enjoyable.
Enjoyable. That sounds good. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yes, we're talking with photographer and artist Scott Church. And Eddie, you got another question for our guest?
It seems like he's has a pretty fulfilling career. If anything, would you ever shoot wildlife?
You know what? You know what I really love to shoot, Eddie? I love to shoot landscapes.
Oh, okay.
I used to joke early in my career that a landscape was nothing but a pretty background to stand a naked girl in front of. But in reality, the places where I get to shoot now, in a lot of cases, are incredibly beautiful. And I'm a big sunset fan. I'm a big, mountains and desert, fan. Whenever I'm traveling and my camera's sitting next to me, it's sitting next to me not because there might be some random girl in her underwear by the side of the road, although that does happen. But what I'm really looking for is just the right light hitting that mountain and being able to be there to capture it. We're really lucky because we live on an incredibly beautiful planet, and if you ignore that, if you ignore how pretty this place is, man, you're really missing out, because it's really something to drive across it and to fly above it and really get to experience it.
That was another
That's what
question
my
I had.
camera's for. That's what my job is about.
That's another question I had. When you're traveling, do you always carry a camera just in case you get that one shot like a sunset or?
Yeah, yes, I do. And I'll tell you what, there are different times like for me in my head, there are different times. There's work time, and then there's, not work time. And like when I'm doing a job, when I'm there to shoot, my only priority is my client. I want to make sure that my client gets everything that they're looking for and done. You know what I mean? That's where I focus.
No, yeah, makes sense.
But in the not work time, man, I'm shooting just as many pictures just to remember things, because that's what pictures are really for.
Right.
Pictures are, like, at least for me, like, I can look at a photograph and I can remember the whole day around that photograph, but I don't know what I ate for lunch yesterday. I don't remember passwords. I don't remember my pets' names. It's hard for me, and it gets harder. But the minute that I look at one of those photographs, the minute that I see it in front of me, it's like, oh, it was Costa Rica, and that was the day that the truck got stuck on the beach, and it all comes back to me. And I think that a lot of people feel that way now. And if you look at how social media works now, it's all based around photographs. It's all based around, we went here and we did this, and this is a picture of our lunch, but it's about remembering the moments in your life. It's about really, truly, clearly capturing what was happening, that moment that shows exactly who you are. And in a lot of cases with my work, it shows you exactly at your best. That's my goal. And to be able to remember yourself at your best, to remember to be able to say to yourself, this was me. I looked like this. Man, that photograph is a lot in cases worth more than your memories. Right. And I don't ever want to miss a thing like that.
That reminds me, if we're talking about photos that remind you of something, there's something on the back of your photos behind you. I see a naked butt back there, and that reminds me of the time Danielle was on our show and she took her panties off. Now, could be wrong. I could be wrong, Scott.
Do you mean this naked butt right here?
No, the one over here by over to the other side.
This one over here. This naked butt right there.
That one right there.
Yeah, well, I just might know who that is, and
it reminded me of Danielle. I don't know.
She should have a very good memory of that. All right, there's no secret to it. That's Danielle, and I shot that when we were just down in Puerto Rico, shooting for a foreign issue of a magazine that I don't think I'm allowed to talk about yet.
Oh, okay.
But that wasn't part of the set. That was just Danielle hanging out by the pool
Danielle being
in the
Danielle.
morning, and I walked out with my camera, and there she was, and I shot that picture.
See,
And now it's on a piece of art, and it's going to a gallery in West Hollywood. As a matter
really?
of fact, well, yeah, but that's not confirmed yet. We're working on it, but it's that will be the first piece that gets shipped there because Danielle's helping me work on that show.
Very cool. See, Eddie,
Yeah.
I could just the way Scott's explaining things, how pictures can take you back to something where you can remember every little thing. That's what I remember. Scott, you made me even remember deeper of that interview I had with Danielle. So I thank you again.
Look, man, it works that way. It works that way with pictures that you remember when you were a kid. I started being a photographer because of the stash of Playboys I found under my dad's bed, and maybe it meant more when I was a kid because you weren't completely inundated with endless, relentless porn like we are now.
Yeah.
But that was like a moment in a young man's life when you first opened those pages of Playboy magazine. And I'd like to think the magazines that I've worked for, I've been that, I've been able to facilitate that moment for somebody else. I created something in the lexicon that's going to last. That's going to last forever.
How could we? You say you shot for Playboy, Hustler, and Penthouse?
I was a contributing photographer for Playboy and Penthouse and Hustler and Double XL and Latin Trends, and I've worked with and for a lot of different magazines. I was never staffed for. I never really wanted to be staffed for anybody. I always liked shooting what I wanted to shoot and then sending them off. But I got to know a lot of the staff at least with Penthouse and Hustler. Playboy was I got that gold star back in 2010, and I'm real proud of it. But I never really found a place with Playboy like I did with Penthouse and Hustler. I got covers of Penthouse and Hustler, and I worked with them for a while. Good people, good people at both magazines. But I just kind of got away from that. I kind of wanted to focus more on my private clients than doing.
But I think that's pretty awesome, Eddie. Like he was saying, he used to look at his dad's stash of Playboys and stuff like that, and then he grows up and he actually takes pictures for some of those magazines.
That's pretty
that
cool.
are in the magazine, so I can open the magazine and say, I know that girl.
You actually took the picture, right?
Yeah.
And it was put in the magazine.
Yeah. I was published twice in American, U.S. Playboy, proper Playboy in 2010 and 2011. Then I did a bunch of stuff for their website and Playboy Plus and all kinds of stuff, for a while. And then I worked with Penthouse for 2 years. I got to know the art director because I shot Renee Graziano from Mob Wives. Do you guys remember Mob Wives?
I do.
The VH1 show. I was on that show, which was pretty cool because of Renee. But Renee also got me into Penthouse. And she wrote a book. I didn't shoot her nude for it, but she wrote a book, and I did the promo photos. And then they got published in Penthouse. And then I got to know the art director, and then the editor, and then I was working and doing stuff for Penthouse for a while, and things went wrong at Penthouse. I had nothing to do with it, but the New York office closed, and I only knew the New York people. So after that, I started submitting to Hustler, and the first 3 sets I submitted to Hustler got into Hustler. And I don't know if this is an actual confirmation. We've done a whole bunch of research, and other people have researched it, but I'm pretty sure the number of us that have been published in all 3 of the American issues of the big 3 majors is like less than 10.
So wow,
there you go. I got that.
Awesome. Hey, that is something to be proud of.
Yeah, it is.
But beyond that, I've also gotten to pay my bills having the most fun job in the world for 30 years.
Doing what you love.
Yeah,
Doing
man.
what you love.
Mhm.
Okay. We might have a past guest of our show and a model come on in a minute, and might have a question for you. But before we do that, why don't you tell everybody how they could check out your social media or get a hold of you if they want to hire you, and so on and so on.
You can direct message me on any of my social medias. If you just Google Scott Church, they're all going to come up. It's I'm the first couple pages, so you
Okay.
can find me on social media through my name. I've been lucky, and most everything is just my name. So just searching for my name, you'll find all that stuff. On Instagram, I'm the Scott Church because somebody else beat me to it.
Okay.
But on Facebook, I'm just Scott Church, and you'll find my studio page, and you'll find all of the projects that we have going on. But I'm real public with stuff. I'm real easy to contact and get a hold of. And evidently, Danielle is now booking stuff for me too. So you could contact Danielle Diamond and say that you'd like to schedule a shoot with me, and she'll help you with that too.
Okay.
Scott,
We'll post.
just out of curiosity, have you ever shot any sports? Like sports?
I don't shoot like the actual games. I'm a big football fan. I
Mhm.
got to shoot Victor Cruz for Latin Trends for his first. Victor Cruz's first magazine cover was Latin
Mhm.
Trends, and I got to shoot him for that one. Real nice kid. That was right before the Giants won the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
They were just going into the playoffs, and after Victor Cruz shot with me, the
Mhm.
Giants didn't lose another game until they won the Super Bowl. Just
Oh,
saying, I'm not trying to
wow.
tell the Giants how to get their franchise back into line,
Yeah,
but
I was
it
gonna say
worked real
maybe
well for Victor. So
It's
maybe
worth
they
a
should
shot.
maybe
I'm
they should get
open
you
for
back.
it.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I've got to work with a few people. But that one was a big deal for me.
Oh, cool.
Very cool. Hey, if you happen to run into Danielle anytime soon
Oh,
and you
geez.
guys get together, I have a little mission that I would like to bring up for y'all.
You're commissioning me for a piece of art now. Is that what you're doing? And
Well,
that's okay. We can
well,
talk rates.
I'm,
We're
I'm,
good.
because I had sent her some M25 show
Oh yeah.
gear and thought maybe if the best photographer that we could think, well, we have a lot of friends that are photographers, but the
Yeah, I'm
best
sure you do.
photographer that knows Danielle, since you guys know each other so well, that's what I mean by best photographer.
I
Um,
will
maybe
totally
maybe we
make
could
that
get a
happen
shot.
for you. Guaranteed.
And what we'll do is we're gonna talk about you all the time. Since of course you're a friend of Danielle, Danielle's a friend of our show. You're a friend of our show now, and we will constantly be talking about you on the show on how to get a hold of you. To
Outstanding. Wonderful.
that's hey, you're a friend of the best show around. So,
Rock and
and wait a
roll.
minute, do you have do you do your own show?
I had a podcast for a while. It's pretty random. It's basically just me walking around talking, and every once in a while I'll talk to one of my friends, but I don't really consider it a show.
Okay,
Hmm.
I'm trying diving deep into your.
Yeah, if you search for the podcast, it's Scott Church, American photographer. I was real serious about it for a few months, and then I just kind of let it fall off. But they're still out there, and there's some really good episodes of that.
Mhm.
If
Okay,
you want to go
cool.
digging.
okay, Eddie. I don't know if Natalia is going to join us, but I don't know.
Mhm.
Do you know Natalia Sky, Scott?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Natalia, do I know you? I'm not sure. I might. I'm terrible with names. I'm great with pictures. I'm great with faces.
Well,
That
I was
makes
hoping
sense. That makes
that
sense.
she'd come on, but I don't know if she's going to make it in time. But maybe she can message you, and
Yeah,
maybe they
yeah.
can set something up. And because I don't think she's going to make it, I sent her the link, and she said she didn't get the link till just right now. But I sent
Mhm.
it to her when I sent it to you, so maybe the internet was slow going her way, probably.
It happens like that
It
sometimes
happens all the time.
upstream.
Oh my god, I'm just staring at that picture over there over your left. Is it your left side?
This is my left.
Yeah, over there. Yeah, that one. That just staring
That
right at
one?
it hardcore. Oh
Right,
yes.
right there, right there.
Mm.
Sorry.
All right, everybody. All right, everybody,
I knew
go.
it would make Danielle laugh. I'm not trying to be rude. Please
No,
don't
no. Danielle is
take it the wrong way.
Danielle's awesome. everybody Google Scott Church,
Hmm.
and all the information about him will pop up, and you can find all of his social media sites. You can find anything you want to know, probably his contact information. If you're
Yeah.
interested in hiring him, booking him for some shoots or
I'm on all the big social medias. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and FetLife and all the good ones. Yeah,
all
I'm
that
out
good
there.
stuff. All right, Eddie, do you have any closing question for our cool guest that we got on here, Mr. Scott Church?
Not a question, more of a more continued success. I mean, you love
Thanks,
what you
man.
do, and that's great.
You too. I mean, you guys do a great show, and I look. I see what you guys are doing is very similar to what every artist is trying to do. You're creating something that you hope outlives you. You're creating something that you hope people remember and enjoy, and because you're
Mhm.
recording it and putting it out there in the world, people can come back to it, and that's a big deal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody, and look, a lot of people like to sell making content short, because everybody's kind of making content now, but everybody's just trying to be immortal,
Mhm.
right? They
exactly.
want everybody to see them. They want everybody to remember them, and my work's a lot like that too. I try to show people at their best so they remember themselves at their best.
Yes.
It's all art.
Yeah.
Whatever like what we do is a form of art. What you do is a form of art. It's what if you love it, you make it
There,
into the
there's
art.
there's a few less fart jokes in mine, but yeah, it's pretty much the same. I'm
Yes, but
sorry, I'm fucking with you.
what we need to
No,
do
but
is
it's
need to
it's not
have
too often though that it's not too
Scott
often
and
that you
Scott
get
and
someone that
Danielle on. That's what we need to
Now,
do.
well,
at the same time.
we're always looking for an excuse to hang out together. Just saying.
Yes. So what we're gonna do next time we have Scott on, Eddie, is we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a hold of Danielle and make sure they're in the same place because
Right.
we could do it when they're separate in their own states or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
if they're together, that would be I'd like that. So they're both in the same square.
I'm all
And that
for it. You know what? We're going to see each other next month in Chicago. I know that I have some stuff to go to Chicago for next month, and Chicago and Indiana. So I would love to be able to make time for you guys while we're there.
Better
Ed,
together.
Eddie, what do you think? And then maybe we could reenact that panty scene that everybody
Right.
There you
forgot except
go.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everybody but me.
Sounds like a plan.
Because I don't forget certain things, Scott. Now
Oh
I
no
may
no
forget.
no! I know it's going to stick in your head for a while, and I'm going to be the guy to make it work.
I
I
may
got this.
forget what I eat for dinner. I may forget my name, but I will not forget those panties. Never.
Trust me, man. It only gets worse.
All right, Scott. I want to thank you for coming on the
Yeah,
show. It was
Yes.
yeah.
Thank
This
you
is
great.
for coming
great.
on.
A lot of
This,
cool information that we got from you. And like I said, you're a friend of the show now. If you
yeah.
need anything from us that we can help with, whether it's promoting something
Well, I
or
need a
helping,
ride to the airport.
Eddie, go get your limo hat.
Yeah.
Eddie also is our limo driver.
Oh well, there you go.
Yes, you're welcome. What we'll do next time, we'll set something up with you two. That would be good. Since
Yeah, I'd
she
like that.
referred us to you, I think it would be proper to have you both on, which would be a great show.
Outstanding. I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it happen. And thanks
But
again, guys, for having me on the show. I really, really appreciate it.
Cool.
but I want
Cool.
to warn you, the next show is going to be much hotter and
Okay.
there's a lot. The topics are going to get much hotter since we know each other now.
All
So
right, man.
be
Hey, look,
prepared.
I was holding nothing back here. Y'all could have hit me with anything. You
Oh
gave me,
well. Hey, we are like anal sex. We take it easy. We take it easy the first time. All right.
all
But the next time, oh, it's on. It's
all
on,
right,
my
man.
friend.
All right. I'm down. I'm into it. Let's make that happen.
Eddie. We are the anal sex of podcast. We
I think
ease in.
that's a T-shirt waiting to happen. I really do. I mean, honestly, if you were going to put anything out there to promote yourself, it should be that.
There we go. And with that, the M25 show, the anal of podcast. All right,
I
thanks,
think,
Scott.
yeah, ooh, yeah. Hey, it was great being here, guys. Thanks again.
We're gonna leave it at that. And so our next show is gonna be a blast. So
All right.
Eddie will be here, and Eddie, you will remember this show
I
for
will
sure.
remember. Yes.
You
I
would
hope
definitely.
so. I
Yes.
hope so.
Yes.
Okay.
Keep doing what you love, Scott.
Yes.
Take a
and,
picture. It lasts longer.
Oh, I've already have. I took a picture behind you off with your left side.
I'm
I've
sure
taken
you
about
did.
10 of them already. All right, Scott, you take it easy.
All right, guys, take it
All
easy.
right, bye. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. That was Scott Church, photographer and
Still
artist.
here.
Yeah, you gotta let yourself out the door,
Oh
Scott.
shit! I gotta go. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're the type of hit it and quit it kind of show. Hit it and quit
Got
it.
it. Got it. I thought you had the button to turn me off. Or...
Oh no, we do our job and that's it. Oh my gosh, who is this here? Alberto looks a little pale.
Just
Oh
a
my!
little.
Let me see here, Eddie. What do you think about this gender identity, where people refer to themselves as they, and them?
I think, in my opinion, I think you're either a boy or a girl. You're one
So
or the other.
What do you
You
think of
can't-
it, though? What is the reason for it? What do you, your opinion? What is the reason for that? I don't understand.
I don't know. People trying to. You can't be both. You know what I mean? You can't.
So when you say refer to me as, well, they, okay, like if you referred to somebody that wants to be referred in that gender identity, they, or them,
Mhm.
what would you call them? What would you say? Like, hey, they, or hey, it, or what do you? Because they say it in their tense of talking, like, hey, refer to me as,
Well,
it's
they
very
say,
confusing.
well, like if I wanted to refer as they them, then
Yes.
if you were talking, the thing is, the thing I hate about it is it's so much not how you refer to me, it's how you refer to me when I'm not around. Because you can't say he when referring to me. Like if you were talking to Eddie and
Yeah.
you're bringing me up in conversation, like something I did, and you said, "Well, he did this." This is when they get mad, and that's because I mean, like when you're saying, like how you refer to that person correctly, and you said, you. That's the pronoun. That's you. I mean, that you don't refer.
You.
If your pronouns you're saying is they them, I'm not gonna say hey them.
Oh, I got it.
I'm
So
gonna say, hey,
so
you.
if I'm talking to you and you wanted to be referred by this gender identity, I would say
whatever.
I would say you.
Even if I want to say she, her,
Well, what would I call you? Like I would say, hey, you.
Just call him by his name. Say Alberto.
Okay, I don't know his name.
No,
hey, you, or hey, hey, you. What's your name?
That was my misidentified name. My name is
No, but what would I say if you were identified as something that somebody doesn't know you and they come up to you and saying, "Hey, man, what's your name?" What would I say? Hey, you, what's your name?
Yeah,
Eddie. Like if you didn't know what you were.
Up to now, I think that would be safest because, like I said, this is
What do you want me to call you?
This is the
How
thing
would you like to be addressed?
How would you like to be addressed?
I mean, I guess that would work. How would you like to be addressed?
Eddie, I assume your pronouns are he, him, right?
Right.
But at what point do I refer to you directly as he? Hey, he, how you doing? Hey, he, you want to go to the store?
I like when you say, "Hey, guys," like say you and Alberto are together, and I go, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And you guys are identifying as, "Hey, I feel like I'm a woman.
I'm not a guy."
No.
Yeah, what do I call you? Like, hey, y'all, or how would I say it?
I mean, that is about as
Just
close to as a direct.
You could just say what's up.
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, how do you know you're supposed to just say that? I mean, when there's girls and a guy's together, hey, what's up, guys? Even when the girl's there, you don't mean nothing by it. It's just something you say. I mean, it doesn't mean no harm.
So what's up, people?
Just a way to try to control people.
What's up, people?
It would be like something like I'm straight, right? It'd be like, hey, call
Allegedly.
me straight guy. Call me straight guy. I mean, would people take offense to that?
That's ridiculous.
Don't tell me that people wouldn't get offended by that because I want to be called straight guy. The people that want to be this they, their, them, they would be in an uproar because they're saying, "Can you believe this guy? He wants to be called a straight guy." But yet they want to be called they, them, and
what if I want to be called? You call me my master.
Oh, hey, that's domination.
Yeah,
that's domination. I like that shit.
What's the point? I mean, what if that is my pronoun? I've still decided. You know,
Well,
it's idiots.
that's
It's
cool.
idiots fucking with the language, and that's what pisses me off.
I say if it's good for one, everybody should be able to be entitled to be called what they want. Then, like if you want to be called master, fuck it. Why
Yeah.
can't you be called master? If people want to be referred as they, them, it, or whatever the hell, okay, fine. It's confusing as hell because when I see a man or a girl, I assume, hey man, what's up? I'm not gonna go up to the girl and go, hey man. Well, I guess you could, huh?
Hmm.
There was a time when girls were calling each other dudes. Hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
It was like, dude. I mean, it sounded out of the ordinary, but after a while, that was kind of the thing,
Call them a dudette.
And it wasn't because they were identifying as a guy. It was just part of that era,
Part of the language.
part of the 80s. Was it the 80s they were calling 80s and
Yeah.
90s?
I think so.
90s,
Mhm.
90s, yeah.
Valley speech.
Late 80s.
Very confusing. I just
Mhm.
don't.
Yeah,
The
just
world
don't-
has changed.
You know what? Just don't talk to anybody. Don't
Yeah.
talk to anybody. Don't talk
Can't
about
do that.
anybody. Forget it.
Can't do that either. I enjoy talking to people.
Yeah, but what
Well-
if you do that, Eddie, and you get somebody that it's a dude, but they identify as a woman, and they look at you like, "How dare you? Don't you ever refer to me like that?"
So I apologize.
And they, oh, that's it. You just be happy.
That's
Yeah.
the beginning
I
of the end for Eddie
apologize.
right there.
What would you like to be called? How would you like to be addressed?
You should know.
No,
You
I
should know.
shouldn't because I don't know you.
You should
Yeah.
say, "Well, you can't see the purse hanging on my back or my arm, or
It could be a man purse. Could be a
They,
oh, Eddie, you know what? You're not even in this
That's cool.
top. I don't. You get out of here, Eddie." Okay, what if the person wants to date you?
Oh no,
Oh no, now, huh?
nope.
What about say, well, it's very polite of you, and I'm very flattered. Any other circumstances, I would go out with you, and we'd have wild sex, but nah, I can't today. You're not so sweet anymore, are you?
No,
Eddie's true colors come out.
no.
Phobic.
I just think
Phobic to the max.
it's silly.
What do you think, Eddie, about women who want to kiss after she's swallowed your load?
Oh,
Well, let me finish. Hold on, Eddie. Okay.
It's yours, Eddie. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I saw this meme where a woman says something like, "If she's going to swallow your kids, you should at least kiss your kids goodbye." Now, how do you feel about that? If your woman told you that, if she's going to swallow your kids, Eddie, you should at least kiss your kids goodbye.
Well, we know Eddie doesn't wouldn't do that.
Well, we don't know. He's been getting peakier every year.
His kids on there are going in her mouth. You know,
just a peck. Just a peck.
What if she accidentally sticks a
Close.
tongue in your mouth?
closed mouth.
Yeah,
But it's still got the smell of dick. Are you okay
Well,
with that?
it goes
Dick
away.
and semen?
For Eddie, dick's okay, but not sperm.
Oh, you're okay with the smell of
No.
penile?
No, I'm just saying you go brush your teeth right after.
But she's, she just swallowed your
Make
DNA.
sure she
Eddie.
gargles first.
A bottle of Listerine.
Hey.
Right?
What if she goes in the bathroom and she's just gargling your semen, and then she comes back? What do you think about that, Eddie? And then she's breathing on you all day.
She rubs it on her lips, and then she tells Eddie, "It's just a lip gloss."
Hopefully, I never encounter that.
And then she wants to like.
She wants to make
you know,
passionate French kissing.
She wants one of the 30 seconds kisses.
What? I don't know, Eddie. You won't do that.
I don't know, and I think I would have to be a.
Well, I take it you've never done it.
No, I've never done it.
But if
It would
she
have to
would,
be.
if you had a girlfriend that wanted to do that because for some reason, for some girls that turns them on, knowing that you'll kiss them when they've swallowed your nut. When she said, "Hey, that turned me on. Will you please French kiss me?"
Well, if she
Would
already
you-
swallowed it, it'll be okay.
Yeah, but there's a lot of traces around the tongue and the cheeks.
You know,
There's a
little
lot
bit
of- lot of
safety
DNA.
behind.
Yeah, there's all that residue.
You know, she's got all those crevices in her mouth. You know,
Yeah, the teeth, there's chunks in there and everything. You might get a couple chunks.
No.
What do you think? Yeah, Eddie, imagine this, Alberto. She gives him a kiss, and then he goes, oh, he starts making these like he's gonna throw up, and he blows a cum bubble out accidentally. because there's a little chunk that got lodged in
boy.
Eddie's.
Oh, that's not
Eddie's
good.
about ready to take apart his studio. He's done with the show.
Come on, Eddie. How come you don't think things are funny?
I don't think
Okay,
that's funny.
this brings me to my next question. This is for Eddie. Okay, Eddie. Let me see.
You okay? You break over there or what?
I think
Eddie made me laugh. I'm sorry.
I think
I have
Steve's
to
done
start
it
a
before.
commercial
That's why
while
he's
you,
laughing.
Take a drink of water and calm down.
Steve's done it before. That's why he's laughing.
No, I haven't.
He's speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Eddie,
But
do you know this? You know about the sexual term snowballing?
no,
And if you have, are you into it?
I don't know what it is.
Alberto, have you heard of that term?
No.
Would you like to look it up, or
No.
would you like me to explain it?
Hey, Ray
Well, let me take
Liotta,
out my headphones and then you can explain it.
Ray Liotta died.
Yes, I heard. I was going to bring it up, but I wanted to talk about the snowball first.
Yeah, that's a nice segue, Eddie.
Okay, we're going to talk about Mr. Ray Liotta here in a second after Eddie lets everybody know if he's ever snowballed.
don't
Okay,
know what that is.
snowballing is when you're
I've thrown snowballs.
when you're with your lady, right? And you come in her mouth, and then you guys start French kissing until it turns into a snowball.
No, I've never done that
You've
before.
never done that? Well, see,
Don't
she
want-
doesn't. She doesn't
don't
swallow, Eddie. She actually
don't
keeps
wanna
it in
do
her
that.
mouth. But it's your stuff.
Don't matter.
What have you got against your stuff?
Nothing.
You like when a girl tastes herself, don't you?
Yeah.
Or like when you pump her a little bit and you pull out and then she starts giving you head. It's a turn on, right? That she has her juices all over you.
Yes.
I mean, all over you, and then she's
No,
giving you
yeah,
a BJ.
I know what you mean.
Okay. Okay. Well, what if the girl likes that? I mean, is that fair to that relationship that if you say, no, you do this, but I won't
What?
do that?
If it works for them, it doesn't work for me. So I don't.
Yeah, but you prefer your girls what that you would date or what have you to do that, but you're okay with telling them, "Hey, I'd like you to do this for me, but I'm not going to do the same for you." Is that a good relationship starter?
Not a starter. I think that comes.
Okay, well, sexual relationship because it's kind of important, right? Sexual relations.
Yeah.
So if you want something but you're not willing to give it, is that okay? Alberto, is that okay for Eddie to do that?
No.
Case closed. Guilty.
I changed my mind. Yeah, it's okay for Eddie.
Hey, but Eddie, you gotta admit there's some ladies that like certain things that guys don't do, but they expect the girls to do for them. You know what I'm talking about? Like the situation I just told you. And what do you think about it? Do you think it should just be that way?
I do for you, you do for me. No, it should be mutual. Like,
Well, would you do that? Like if you were dating somebody and you really, really, really liked her a lot, and it was just something she liked, and you know she does it for you. Like she'll taste herself off of you and all that, and she really liked it. And don't worry, nobody's listening. You can tell me. Would you do that?
no, I would. I don't think I would date a woman like that.
Eddie's it's okay for
But
you
you'll
to do
date a
that,
woman
and then
that'll swallow it?
Eddie will change the oil in her car and call it even.
Oh, so she'll lick all her juices off Eddie's wiener, and then Eddie will say, "Well, I'll change the oil in your car, and we're good."
Take her out to dinner.
Oh my gosh! Let me see here. Eddie? Would you do just one? Okay, one hardcore porno for $1 billion.
No.
Just one movie.
No.
On Pornhub, one of those little clips. It's not very long, right, Alberto? They're like what, 15 minutes long?
Yeah.
I've never seen a 2-hour Pornhub thing. I don't know if they make those, but it usually only takes a few minutes.
I think what they do mostly Pornhub, they get those long movies and they just cut out all the meaningless stuff. Yeah, they just
get to the hardcore.
Yeah, get rid of the plot.
So you want to do it, Eddie? Huh? For $1 billion with the B.
No, can't take it with you.
Can't take it with you. Where are you going?
No, I mean you can't take it with you when you die. You can't take the money with you. So
Well, what are you gonna do? Commit suicide?
no, I'm just saying that
What if
money's
you
not
live?
everything.
What if you live
Money
for
money
another
is not
30 years?
everything. Well,
Okay, but
I'll keep
say you
working.
live. Okay, Alberto, would you do it?
If they don't show my face, maybe.
What the hell are they gonna do? Just show your fucking pelt?
Okay,
What are you,
well,
Elvis? They can show
they,
your
they,
pelvis
they,
or what?
they can show my face, but not my body. How about that?
They can show your face, but not your body.
Yeah, just put me
What kind of
put me on
porno is
some good
this?
put me on some good looking dude.
Eddie,
Photoshop.
imagine tuning into Pornhub and it's just the big face of Alberto doing porn. Nothing else, just his big face. Oh Lord!
Shut up! I thought we were
You'll
talking about
shut
big
down.
face.
You'll be the first
Photoshop.
person. You'll be the first person to shut down Pornhub. $1 billion. That's a lot of money just for a sex scene. Man, that's a
I
whole
would
hell of.
say no because that offer came. I think the scene is you're not gonna get the best woman around. I mean, it's
Who
they're
gives a
gonna
shit?
make it. They're gonna want to make you earn that money.
Well,
You know.
okay. So what are you saying? That she has a
Yeah.
dick, or
There might be a pussy, but there's gonna be a dick also.
okay? Okay. It's a good looking woman. It's a good looking woman. No, there's no penis. There's no ball. It's a real woman. She's pretty. She's good looking. She's fucking beautiful. She's a beautiful woman.
What does she get?
I don't know that negotiations
Five-
with her. I don't know, but
5 minutes of you.
yeah, I mean that's not about her. It's about you because she does that stuff. We're just gonna assume that she does porn because she's gonna be the girl in it. You
Mhm.
are, like us. We don't do porn, so to drag us in there to do a porno, you're gonna have to give something to make us go, maybe. Instead, if I said, Eddie, would you just go do it for free? You say no, right? You say fail no.
Nope.
But if they up the stakes a little bit,
It's unrealistic. $1 billion is unrealistic.
yeah, of course it is. But it's possible.
No, it's not possible.
Everything's possible. You could get a billionaire that's saying, you know what, I'm going to pick a random dude today. $1 billion isn't nothing to a multi billionaire just to do it because he can.
Musk,
Or she.
Elon Musk, after buying
Yeah.
Twitter, he wants to buy Pornhub.
He wants to buy Eddie and say, Eddie, I'll give you $1 billion. Ain't shit to that guy. You just say, hey, I just want to see if a normal person,
So Eddie's not for sale.
what he would do for money.
He's trying
Eddie's
to do
not for
that
sale.
scene in Boogie Nights when Burt Reynolds, and Heather Graham, they're in the limo and they just get that guy right off the street.
Yeah. It happens.
Eddie, you're walking the street, a limo pulls up with a sleazy looking guy with some hot chick and go, hey, you want $1 billion?
Yeah.
Eddie won't get in the limo.
No.
Well, it's possible. Everything is possible. Would it probably happen? Likely not, but it's not impossible for somebody of that richness could do to one random person in the world. Just like the lotto, you don't ever expect to win it, but if you won it, you'd be like, "Damn!" You probably never believe you won it, right?
Yeah, that's different though.
No, it's not different. I'm saying the randomness of it,
Mhm.
the thought of, oh, I'm going to play the lotto and I know I'm going to win. Oh, hell no! There's millions of people that are playing that probably are way ahead of you. It's a random thing, but it's
Yeah.
possible to win.
It's
It's
not
possible
impossible
to
because it happens. That's something that's
Exactly.
not impossible because it does happen.
Well, okay, so if a random billionaire rolls in and just says, I'm just going to go pick a random dude off the streets or off the internet or wherever, and I'm going to give him this offer just because I want to see if $1 billion will make somebody do something that they wouldn't normally do. You can tell me that that's not possible? To me and you, that's like saying, hey, I'll give you $10, Eddie, if you go do a porno. That's nothing to me, right? $1 billion isn't nothing to somebody worth 200 billion.
I guess, yeah.
So it's possible. Okay, what if you wore a mask
It's unlikely. Huh?
like Mil Mascaras?
Who?
It's a
Like the wrestler.
He's a Mexican wrestler in this porno
You
scene.
You could be the Mexican porno star. Isn't that what his
No,
name is? How do you say his name? The guy with the mask?
There's a lot of guys with masks.
Mil Mascaras or Mascaras or how do you say
Oh,
it? The
Mil.
Mask Man?
Mil. Mil máscara.
Yeah, there you go. I wish
No,
I could talk like Spanish like that. I think
I
it's
wouldn't do
pretty.
it. No, it wouldn't. Money's not
Would you,
everything.
would you do it for more?
No,
You just wouldn't do
wouldn't
it.
do it. No, not my
What?
thing.
Okay, what if they made you conqueror of the world, conqueror? You own the globe. It's yours. You can do what you want with it.
Aliens come in from outer
Mm.
space and they're like, "Hey, no, we're
They
going to take
talk
over
to
the
you.
world. We're going to take over the world. We need somebody here to run the place. We'll give you all our
Eddie-
ray guns and stuff. We just want you to do a porno for our,
For the alien,
spaceship.
yeah,
Give me
for the
laser-
alien girls.
Lasers.
How about that, Eddie? You do the porno with the alien girl.
Yeah, the
No.
green girls. You want to do that?
No.
Green poontang,
The Nephilim, with the Nephilim.
whatever you want to call them. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Eddie, have you ever known a girl driving to work and she accidentally came?
No.
You might have to fix that car, man. You need to tune up or something because if it's shaking that much.
Hey, it's impossible, right? They say the roads are kind of bad.
Everything is possible with this, Steve.
Hey, let's say she's driving down a road that hasn't been fixed in years, and it's got some bumps and bruises on it. It's possible, no?
No.
Very unlikely.
How come you guys are not on board with me with things?
Very unlikely.
The only thing you're on board with me is me being mad at some assholes. That's the only thing
I'm not on board with that. I feel
Yes,
bad for
you are. You were fueling the fire earlier.
How?
You tell me about the panties about you think they're hot on her. I don't want to hear that shit. Come on, get out of here, nutso.
Oh man.
Oh, let me see here. I don't know, Eddie. You seem a little disgruntled now. I was just
I'm not
topics,
disgruntled.
Eddie, that I just had
I'm not disgruntled.
questions. Okay, so you wouldn't be in the porn, but would you watch swinger porn?
Would I watch it?
Yeah, check it out and see how they do it. Like how the husband holds the wife's hands while another guy gets her from behind. He just
Yeah,
wants to be a part of it somehow, you know.
I would watch as long as it's not my girl.
Well, that would be pretty bad if your girl's in the porn without you. At least you would have to be in there holding her hand, comforting her.
Yeah,
Can't
I
even
guess
say
I
that
would.
right.
I would check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, Alberto, have you ever delve into swinger porn to check it out?
Actual swingers or just porno where they're pretending to be swingers?
Both, because you can't really tell, can you? Can you tell if they're real swingers or if it's made up for you? How do you know if it's real?
I don't know. Maybe
You type in, I want real stuff.
if it just looks real, it's not. You can tell when they're using a real
staged.
set. Yeah, you can kind of tell when they're either like on a regular, no camera or whatever on the phone. Even though really, I mean, I guess if
Go, Alberto, go.
if you want to just shoot it, I mean, they can do real porn that looks what is it, amateur.
This is the most I've heard Alberto talk about a topic in 7 years. Keep going, Alberto, do it.
I was talking about loud earlier. You got upset.
Hey, how long have we been doing this show?
Coming up on 8 years.
Okay, 8 years coming up in July, Eddie.
Episode
July?
331.
You lied to me.
Oh,
July
Yo,
7th or 4th or what?
7. Yeah.
Oh, July 7th. See, I remembered. I didn't even know that.
7/7/14.
See, Eddie, look
Mhm.
look at all the shit you would have missed if you would have declined my offer to come on the show. Look at all the fun stuff you would have missed.
He still thinks about declining your offer. Put him on the shelf with Will and Nick and all of them.
Oh man, I don't know too much, Eddie. So you'll never do that baby oil thing for the show,
What baby oil thing?
where you get naked and then you roll around in baby oil.
Oh, no.
And we get to throw grape nuts at you.
No.
What?
Yeah, we've been trying to get Eddie to do this for years.
No.
That would be fun. You wouldn't throw no grape. Remember we threw rubber chickens at Will when he was stripping?
You did.
Well, so you too, Eddie. You were the first one to throw it.
I took the first shot. We hadn't even started yet.
Eddie hit him right in the penis head too. It was Eddie. Eddie, okay. What are we eating today?
Hershey's Kisses.
Oh boy.
Okay, we still got some time. Eddie, I talked to you what was it, a couple days ago?
Mm-hmm.
About something that happened to you. I don't know if you want to mention that, or is that private?
No,
Never mind. We better not, because I don't want to. I don't want to mess things up, because I'm pulling for you, Eddie. I'm always pulling for Eddie in life.
Alberto knows too.
Oh, does he?
What was this that little conversation we had at the end of one show?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, we thought he was going to end up dead, or end up in a coffin somewhere alive.
I'm alive and well.
Or end up chained up again.
No,
Yeah.
it went good. It went good.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Without saying what happened, how do you feel about that?
I felt good.
Are you happy about it? Does it make you feel like maybe something's there?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. I want to ask the questions without. Okay.
Well, see, I haven't talked to Eddie about this, so I don't know.
You haven't. He said you knew.
Oh no, I told him I was gonna. I told him I was gonna go.
Yeah, I heard about the beginning. I didn't heard what happened after.
Oh, so Eddie, you didn't tell him that after what happened during the meeting.
Well, we got a lot of conversation after the show, so.
Well, I just think that.
No, it went good. It was good.
That's one of those stories that's a good story in a way, because especially if the two people, you find out if they still kind of have feelings for each other, and you go, wow, you would never think, because you think, okay, well, people are going to go their separate ways and do their own life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere, something happens where you're talking and things are said, and you're like, oh wow.
No, yeah, it was really, like I said, it was really out of the blue, and it was like, like it happened, like I think it was like 4 or 5 days before I told you guys.
Oh, it already happened?
No, yeah, it already happened. No, but
you were lying to us?
No.
You
What
told
I'm
us
saying,
you were gonna see her at night.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is she had told me.
Don't say too much, Eddie.
She had.
Oh, she set it up a week before.
Yeah,
okay.
So all these things are going through my head. Like I told you, I didn't know if it was going to be bad news, if it was going to be,
I hear you.
And it turned out to be, I felt good because she expressed how she felt and what happened, and she really appreciated me. So that made me feel good. Which I was totally not expecting that.
Anybody ever been in a past relationship where you both go your separate ways, and then later down the road you meet up again, and the flames start up again a little bit?
No.
Anybody?
Actually, one of my coworkers said she has a friend that happened 3 times to them. Like
3 times.
Yeah.
Damn.
Eddie, use that as a cautionary tale, okay?
Yeah, not a good story.
That means there's 2 more breakups coming up.
There's 2 more heavy shit gonna come down before.
Yeah. So I was out 3 times. That's a lot, but yeah. So I guess it does happen.
So my next question, Eddie, because I'm Counselor Steve. Do you guys message each other a little more?
Yeah. In fact, we were together.
Okay, so before this meeting, did you guys text each other like to say, hey, what's up and all that, or no?
No.
Just stuff about the kids and all that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, since the meeting you two had, you guys probably text each other more, hey, what's up? How you doing today? Et cetera, et cetera. Ah, look at this, Alberto.
Yeah.
I think we might have a new guest on the show. Go ahead.
I was with her and her family on Friday or Thursday? I think it was Friday.
Uh-oh. So she took you to meet the family?
Eddie knows the family.
I already knew the family.
Again?
we
Did you act surprised when you saw him and go, hey, nice to meet you? Did you act like it was all new?
No.
Like you didn't ever know him?
No. It wasn't like that. It was just...
Eddie pretended he was somebody else,
You know, they
Eddie,
knew who I was.
Eddie
It's
grew
Julio.
a mustache.
No, it was nice. I got a like a good a
Reception.
good vibe. Yeah, nobody like, what are you
What did
doing
the
here? Or
What did the
you know,
family say? Did they go, "Hey, you're back"?
no, they didn't say that. They just said, "Oh, how you do? How you been? And
Eddie, I
what's
thought you
up?"
were
And
dead.
Oh, come on, Eddie! You bring somebody back to see the family that you guys are with your own ways. You don't think they're gonna go, "Hey,
well,
what do you?
they might have,
Hey, what the hell?"
they could have been thinking it, but it didn't come up. Like, you
She
know,
might have told him. She might have
they
told him and warned him. Said, "Hey, I'm bringing Eddie with me, so don't act too surprised. We're talking
They-
now." And
She's probably getting yelled at right now. We thought you could do much better, but now you go running back to him.
they talked to me like I had never left. You know?
so does this mean you might get your Hummer now? The car. Remember the car you've been telling me you wanted forever?
Yeah,
That you,
I've always
you couldn't get because of child support.
liked those cars.
So I don't know. I had to bring it up because I thought it was a pretty cool story. I really did.
Yeah, it
I'm
was.
not ragging on you. I think it's. I was thinking about it, going, "Hey, that's pretty cool," you know.
Yeah. In fact, I
Uh,
talked to my sister-in-law, and she was like, "Oh wow, that's kind
You
of
talk to
weird."
the
You know?
sister.
My sister-in-law, and I told her because I
Okay.
I have a good
Your brother's
relationship.
wife.
Yeah, I have a
Brother's
good
wife.
relationship with her, and
What did
and
she say about it?
she just said it was
Watch your back.
never say no. She said never say never because things happened, and
I told you, Eddie, never say never. Like with the
yeah,
porno and everything, you never say never. You never
Well,
know.
see, that's why Eddie won't do the porno now. I mean,
Oh, he can't. Yeah, that'll ruin. That would break everything off again.
it was just a good.
remember, he'll have to give half that $1 billion away. So
Yeah, just give her half.
It was just a
Half
good.
a billion.
It was a good interaction. It was a good.
Okay, this could get really crazy, Eddie. I need to let you know this, okay? This could get really crazy. And
Oh
you know what I'm
yeah,
talking about, right?
I'm aware.
Okay. So be careful because I know you guys kind of both moved on. I don't know what her situation is right now, but I know what yours is.
Hmm.
So you know what I'm talking about. So you need to be very careful because you don't want to hurt no feelings and
That's
you
we
want
right.
to be
don't
sure
we
because
don't
you
want
don't want to be sure and then it's not sure and then you lose everything.
you
Hmm.
don't want
No, no,
your
no.
bunny rabbit in a pot.
I thought about a lot of
You thought of
scenarios.
all right. I just want you to be happy, Eddie.
Hmm.
I'm sure Alberto does, Alyssa does. Everybody watching.
Hmm.
Unless
We all
it doesn't
we
work
all
out, then we want to know first about it so we can talk about it, please.
we don't want you in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And if something does happen where you feel like something may happen to you, like you may get killed or something, please wear your shirt, please. The M25 Show shirt.
So when they find the body,
Yes, we can get some kind of publicity that there's a dead guy with the M25 Show shirt.
and then let us know where the computer and the microphone are. We can use it for our next co-host.
Yes.
Sorry, we gotta recycle the stuff.
Yeah, just untangle all that wiring so we don't make it look nice.
Well, he
I
might get
know it.
tied. He might get tied up with that wiring.
Huh.
Strangled with it.
Just take your phone in there, Eddie, and do it on a Thursday at 9:00. we can podcast the final moments of Eddie
No, I was happy with
yelling in the coffin.
with what happened.
Is there any like dates coming up or anything? Or I hate to get too ask. I don't want to ask too many questions that are not
Actually,
proper.
I was gonna text her today and see if she wanted to do lunch, but I don't know.
Oh, is this the first? Is this the first one?
Yeah,
Like
first
going out to do something like
Mhm.
other than meeting to talk.
with the family. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, like you need to like a
Oh, yeah,
lunch
yeah.
date or
Yeah.
whatever you want to call them. Oh, look at this! Eddie's trying to take initiative.
A meeting, a get together, whatever you want to call it.
It's a date. You can call it
Negotiation.
whatever the hell you want. It's a date. You
I was
can call it
thinking
whatever makes you feel better, Eddie. But it's straight out a date.
Eddie's gonna ask, "Hey, can I get some of that money back I had to pay?"
Yeah, that really hurt.
that's in the past.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of Eddie, if Eddie rekindles anything, maybe you guys will go back to the hotel days, I had a thing here that says, I love how hotels will charge you $250 for smoking in your room, but you can literally jizz on anything you want and there's no charge. Right? That's a pretty true statement.
Well, because cigarettes leave a smell. They leave an odor.
And cum doesn't.
Not as bad as cigarettes. Like you can
Um,
walk in and you get that
So
cigarette
Eddie,
smell.
if I needed a place to crash one night and I went when I used the guest room and I blew loads all over the bed, it's okay.
Not,
take off the
not,
sheets and they'll set them on fire.
no,
Well,
it's
I'm
just
just saying,
it's just a different
different scent.
yeah, it's a different scent. Like
So
smoke, as soon as you walk in, you'll and hopefully they've changed the sheets and stuff that
what would you prefer,
after you
Eddie?
check in.
What would you prefer if you had a guest come stay over your house? Would you rather him back off or smoke a cigarette?
Out smoke a cigarette outside.
I'm talking about in the room that he's ready. Well, let's say he's not even ready to. Let's say you're being a friend
Mm-hmm.
and he's visiting from out of state, and you say, "Hey, I got an extra room. You can crash out. You're going to be here a couple days."
Mm-hmm.
And he's having that feeling one night, and rubs one out and accidentally shoots it all over the bedspread.
So that,
And
that's where
he can't find it. He can't find it to clean it, so then it soaks in there, and it's a big yellow stain.
Well, you're gonna
This-
wash
this-
it anyway, so you're
this
gonna
is
wash
why
it after
Eddie
you
will
leave.
never let you stay over at his house.
You're gonna wash it after he leaves anyway, so
Well,
Go
you're
to
gonna have to
town.
pick it up. How do you know where to pick it up at? You're gonna wear
Go to
gloves, or
the corners.
I'm sure you can't hang them for the corners.
Let him go to town. You're gonna wash it anyway,
all right? Well,
or burn it, throw it away.
yeah, but you got to pick it up, and you don't know where you're gonna. What if you pick it
Yeah.
up and when you know how you have to squeeze the blanket to pick it up, and you hear a
Right.
bunch of crunching sounds?
You wear gloves.
Oh, you wear gloves to do the laundry?
No, just when someone you don't know has been in.
You know them.
don't-
It's a friend. You're not gonna
don't-
let a stranger sleep in your house, are you?
No, but if it's a friend, then
Like one of your best friends from that moved out of state and they're coming back to visit somebody, and hey man, come stay with me for a couple days, and you know.
I would hope they have the decency not to do that.
Would you tell him, hey, you're my buddy and all, but please don't jack off on the bed?
I say, here's some paper towels, and in case you need them.
Also, you'll set up your buddy. You'll get him some tissue and all that good stuff.
What's better than doing that on the bed?
Imagine you go over a friend's house and they tell you, hey man, there's some tissue on the nightstand. Please don't get it all over the bed sheets.
Or say,
Some
here's some
tissue,
extra,
some KY.
here's some extra toilet paper.
And he has a whole, masturbation basket,
It's a KY
tissue.
butt plug.
One of Eddie's pornos from the vault.
He picks it up and there's a butt plug. He's like, what is this for? Oh, sorry, that's mine.
And he didn't wash it, it still stinks.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, talk about something that would really make a room stink. And he doesn't wash it.
You're having a good time today, aren't you, Steve?
Yeah, because I'm trying not to
I-
think of your buddies. That's all.
I don't think you've laughed this much on the show in the whole 8 years.
It's because I'm delirious. I've had
I
a
think,
rough week.
I think we were doing practice shows already by this point. So, yeah, we've
What
been
does
at
that
it.
mean?
We've been at it for 8 years.
Well, we'll talk about the past shows when we do the anniversary show. The greatest hits, the greatest upsets. We'll talk about
The status hits.
Yep.
Man,
Uh,
I was gonna say, has Eddie gone full circle? But no, it was already over before.
full circle. What was
you know,
that mean?
what we were talking about earlier.
About getting back together with
Yeah,
so and so?
yeah, but I think I've already been over. So
Oh yeah, they were it was done already when he joined the show, right? Eddie, you were single.
Yes.
Yeah, Eddie, he was already single. Were you saying that he wasn't single and then getting on the show made him single?
yeah, it would have been that would have been a better story.
Oh man.
He came on the show, married man, and then fell apart. Then it all
Came back together on
all
our
came back,
anniversary.
No, it was already
and then that's it. That would have been the last show.
it was already done.
Is it
Series
done deal?
finale. The Eddie
Series
show.
finale. Eddie lives happily ever after.
Eddie goes off in the sunset
Oh
in the
boy!
limo with the cans tied to the back to that hotel in Vegas.
All those
with the
beer
maid.
cans. Oh, you go back to Vegas and it's the same maid. A little more wrinkled and gray, but she's still the same lady.
How many years older? What was that? Like 30 years ago?
Oh man, she was already
Um,
50 then, so she'd be about 50, 80 years old, Eddie. Damn.
28. Yeah, like 30 something years.
Oh man.
How old was she? An older lady or was she a
Hey,
younger lady?
She wasn't too old.
20s, 30s,
she's
40s.
Like in her,
she's been waiting for Eddie to come back ever since.
She
probably
won't retire.
late 30s or early 40s.
56. So she's about 80 now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well-
didn't they tear down the hotel?
Yeah, they blew it up.
She's
that-
still there though, waiting.
Isn't that what Mandalay Bay is now?
Yeah, I believe so.
What hotel was it?
The Hacienda.
That's where Mandalay Bay, that's where that hotel was?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
me
they
double check
imploded
it.
that sucker. I think every hotel I've stayed at, they've imploded.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
The Frontier, is the Frontier still there?
The Frontier? I have no idea. I don't know many hotels out there, Eddie. I just know
I've stayed
Mandalay
there.
Bay. I know that one hotel you guys talked me into getting that was the worst ever. What was that called?
The Orleans.
Casino
That was
Royale?
all you.
Hell no, that wasn't me. That was you
That
guys.
was all you. You
That was
found
you
a nice
guys.
cheap
You
hotel.
did.
I'm
That
glad
was not me.
Yes. Eddie.
How do you know me? You weren't even
Eddie,
go.
you remember.
You didn't go.
That was Will.
Oh,
He couldn't afford a room or something. Right?
I don't know, but that was the. that
You
was
guys
the
were
worst.
you guys were trying to go on the cheap, so
I don't know what you're talking about.
for 4 people in one room.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Would have
All
been 5
rumors.
had I gone.
Yeah, but you preferred to do something that you thought was better. So,
I had plans before you made the plans.
well,
Sorry.
you know what? You could break plans if
No.
you're really
No.
a part of the show. You break plans.
It wasn't part of the show. We had nothing to do with the show.
You know what he wanted us to do, right, Alberto? I mean, Eddie. He
What?
wanted us. He wanted me to go pick him up at the camping site,
Oh, that's right.
No.
drive him back to Las Vegas.
No. No. I
Oh,
said
no.
drive me to Las Vegas and then from Vegas take me to the camping site and then you can go home.
Oh, okay.
I-
Well,
I
then
would-
if
I
I
would-
knew
I-
that, I would have done it.
I would have had a ride
Nobody.
home from the camping site.
So he wanted me to drive him to Las Vegas.
Hey, I
the
said,
camping
I said no. I didn't say you wanted. I wanted you to. I said you could do that. Then I'll go.
How far is the campsite from Vegas?
Oh, it's probably even longer than the drive home.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
ridiculous, Eddie.
You shoot out from Barstow and you have to go north. So
Eddie, it's very ridiculous what he's coming up with right now. That is
well, I mean, if we did it now, I can drive myself. So we could do it. But
well, that's that.
well,
What do you mean do it now?
that's it for Steve. That ruined it for Steve.
There is no wrestling out there right now, and there's probably not going to be for quite some time.
There was a SummerSlam last year.
Eddie, he ruined everything that year for the show. He'd
Well,
rather
we-
go camping with the
Steve-
hot dog dude.
Steve had all these plans. Like I say, I want to go places. Steve had them all.
I had one
Hey,
plan. I had one
hey,
plan. What
No,
are
you
talking
had
about?
you had a whole bunch, and then I ruined
Eddie,
them
what
all.
how many plans did I have?
Just the one,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, well, Alberto,
I'm being
all of a sudden,
I'm
where
being
were we going?
sarcastic, fool.
We had one plan, and he couldn't break plans for that one plan.
And that's why you never made any other plans.
But you told me you always go to this thing, so you couldn't skip one year to go to
I
stuff.
didn't say. Well, I always. What was that? The second year I was going to go.
I don't know if it was two. Well, it's more than one.
Jeez.
I don't know. I thought you
brother.
went more than one. The way you explained it to me is I always go with him or his family. or whatever.
I say I always go to UCLA games. I didn't say I always go camping.
Okay, well, I think Eddie, we should stop this here because the story is going to go in 1,000 different directions now.
Save it for
Now
the
we're
anniversary
going
show.
now we're going to the football stadium. Oh Lord,
We'll save it for the anniversary show.
yes,
The,
Eddie.
The on
He did his
location
thing
show
with
that never
ours.
was.
right?
What's that?
He did his thing. We did ours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had the better time. Alberto was taking pictures of fucking
with that death
rats
march.
he was shooting, and I don't even know
Yeah, you had a good time with that death march down Tropicana.
the death march. Well, yeah,
Well,
that was
it-
Will's, that was Eddie's fault.
It was an experience.
I actually drove that and it looked miserable, and I think they've actually done a lot of building back since then.
You should drive it in the night. Did you drive it in the nighttime?
No, in the daytime, and it was still scary.
No, you go in the nighttime where you see all the pimps. The pimps are out there.
I was looking for that hotel you were talking about. That
Oh, where the hookers were? And the pimps with the wife beater shirts on? Oh, Eddie, that was the
No, but
worst
you know
ever. I had my son
Honestly-
with me. Oh,
When- Honestly, it didn't look that far from where we were at.
Eddie just looks and goes, "Oh, there," because it's lit up in the distance. Oh, it's right
Yeah.
there. It's about 50 miles away.
It didn't look-
Eddie was using his old Aztec blood. You know, he can tell distance. You know,
no, I'm
almost
serious.
yeah,
Almost
didn't
killed
goes-
Will.
It didn't look.
Walking, he was all sweaty and
you almost left him behind right there on the sidewalk.
he almost just left his ass. So you say, "We ain't stopping. We stop here. They're gonna get us.
Well, one is on the curb.
We'll just push Will down and then we'll run. Let him take Will away."
Yeah, it didn't look that far from where we were at.
Well, it was for that walk and that heat. It was pretty far.
And after we walked it at like about 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yep. It was a late night walk. Anyway, let's get out of here. I don't want to relive that night ever again. Ever.
You brought it up.
All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'd like to thank our guest who came on. Eddie, what's his name?
Scott Church.
Scott Church, photographer and artist. Go Google Scott Church and you can find out all the information on him if you want to book him for any shoots or do any artwork. And he's a friend of our show, so support him by checking him out. And we'll be back next week, guys. Next Thursday.
Alrighty.
Oh, have a Memorial Day this weekend? Monday?
Monday.
Okay. Everybody have a good Memorial Day. Barbecue, drink, have some fun. And we'll see you guys next Thursday.
Bigfoot just woke up.
Too bad. Just woke up from his drunken stoop. Look at you. See if he was on the show. This is how he would do it. He would wake up and say, "Okay, I'm ready," and we're ending. We're ending the show as he wakes up. Eddie, it was a bad choice. It was a bad choice to want him on the show.
And
Okay. Let's
According
get out of here.
to-
We'll see you guys next Thursday. Take care. Bye bye.
All right. See you.